Who dat? Saints family. Something massive is brewing down in the Big Easy, and y'all better buckle up, because the front office just tipped their hand. We are talking about a major shift for our signal caller that changes everything for next season. Plus, a potential blockbuster draft move that could give our top wideout the partner he has been dreaming of. And wait until you hear about the secret campaign happening inside the building right now. Subscribe to the channel immediately because you cannot miss this update. Tyler Show is stepping into a dream scenario here in New Orleans because the front office just went all out to fix the mess we saw last year. Look, the Who Dat Nation knows we needed a change, and these free agency moves are a loud and clear message that the Saints are ready to compete right now. By bringing in those heavy hitters for the offensive line, they are creating a fortress for this kid to operate. We are talking about big, mean blockers who eat space and clear lanes like they are clearing Bourbon Street after Mardi Gras. This offensive line overhaul is the foundation of everything we want to do. And it does not stop there because the run game just got a massive injection of talent too. When you can hand the ball off and pick up 4 or 5 yards consistently, it makes life so much easier for the guy under center. This standout prospect is going to have the luxury of a balanced attack for the first time in a long time. It is all about giving him the confidence to stand tall and deliver those strikes we know he can make. And inside the building, the word is that the staff is absolutely fired up about the versatility this roster now has. They are not just signing names, they are signing guys who fit the NOLA grit. This is the kind of strategic building that wins championships while other teams are just chasing headlines. Now think about this. If he has the protection and the run support, his ceiling is higher than anyone expected. The Saints are playing chess while the rest of the division is playing checkers. It is a beautiful thing to see the plan coming together like this. But even with all this help up front, the team is already looking ahead to make sure the weapons on the outside are just as terrifying for opposing defenses next season. And what they have planned for our star wide receiver is going to make the entire league take notice very soon. Man, if you are as hyped as I am to see our boys dominating the trenches again, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button right now and let me know in the comments if you think our O-line is finally top tier. Chris Olave is about to get the help he has been waiting for, because the experts are already linking the Saints to a massive move in the 2026 draft. Word on the street is that New Orleans is eyeing a high-impact wide receiver with that 8th overall pick to finally give our number 1 guy a true partner in crime. We all know how special this kid is, but even the best in the world can get smothered when the defense can just double-team them all game long. The plan is to find a dynamic playmaker who can win those one-on-one battles on the opposite side, forcing defensive coordinators to pick their poison. Imagine the spacing on the field when you have 2 legitimate threats that can take the top off a defense at any moment. It is going to open up the middle of the field and make our entire offensive scheme impossible to stop. And here is the scary part. The Saints are being extremely calculated about who they want to pair with their star. They are looking for a specific skill set that complements what we already have in the building. This is not just about grabbing the fastest guy available, it is about finding that perfect chemistry that turns a good offense into a legendary one. For this wideout, having a running mate means more targets in space and fewer contested catches in heavy traffic. It is the kind of move that extends careers and wins playoff games in the Superdome. The buzz around this draft projection is real, and it shows that the front office is thinking long-term about our success. They want to build a receiving core that stays together for years, creating a dynasty-level connection with our quarterback. But wait until you hear about the internal campaign that is currently happening behind closed doors, because it might change our draft strategy sooner than anyone actually expected. Who dat? Do you think an 8th overall pick at receiver is exactly what we need to get to the next level? Drop a YES or no in the comments right now. I'm reading everything. Chris Bell just dropped an absolute bombshell that has the entire Saints facility talking about a potential reunion in New Orleans. This wide receiver recently revealed that Tyler Show has been working the phones and making a massive internal push for the front office to draft him. These two were teammates back in college, and the chemistry they built there was something truly special to watch. Now this kid is hoping for a chance to bring that same magic to the NFL stage, under the bright lights of the Big Easy. It is not every day you hear about a quarterback campaigning this hard for a specific prospect, but it shows just how much he trusts this playmaker to make plays. Imagine the advantage we would have on day one if our signal caller already has a shorthand language with one of his primary targets. That kind of connection usually takes years to develop, but these two already have it in their DNA. And inside the building, This has definitely caught the attention of the decision makers because you cannot ignore that kind of endorsement. They are looking at the tape and seeing exactly why this standout receiver is so highly valued by his former teammate. The possibility of having a built-in connection like that is a game changer for any offensive coordinator. It makes the transition so much smoother and gives us an immediate threat that defenses will not be prepared for. Whether it actually happens remains to be seen, but the fact that the campaign is active right now is a huge sign of where the locker room's head is at. If they manage to pull this off, the Saints' offense is going to look completely different next year. But when you look at the bigger picture of how all these pieces fit together, the real impact on the team's future is even more significant than just one single signing. The New Orleans Saints are clearly entering a high-stakes era where every single move is designed to maximize the talent they have on the roster. By focusing on Tyler Show's environment through free agency, the team is addressing its most glaring weaknesses from previous seasons. A reinforced offensive line isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity for a team that wants to dominate the NFC South. When you combine that with a projected elite wide receiver draft pick to support Chris Olave, you start to see a blueprint for an offensive juggernaut. The Saints are moving away from the patchwork philosophy and moving toward a foundation-first approach. The internal campaign by the quarterback for Chris Bell adds a layer of locker room chemistry that is often overlooked by analysts. If the front office listens to their leader under center, they aren't just getting a player. They are getting a pre-installed connection that can bypass the usual rookie learning curve. This synergy between the coaching staff's vision and the players' desires is what defines successful organizations. From a strategic standpoint, pairing Olave with another top-tier threat is the final piece of the puzzle. It forces opponents out of their comfort zones and rewards the Saints for their aggressive rebuilding. We are seeing a front office that is finally aligned with the modern NFL's offensive explosion, making sure their quarterback has both the time to throw and the targets to find. This is how you reclaim the throne in the Big Easy and start winning those high-scoring battles we love. This is the kind of off-season that separates the contenders from the pretenders in this league. The Saints aren't just making noise. They are building a sustainable winner that the Who Dat Nation can be proud of for years to come. From protecting our quarterback to hunting for the next great wide receiver to pair with our star, every decision is pointing toward a major comeback in the Superdome. The internal push for a college reunion just shows the heart and the hunger that is currently driving this team forward. If you believe in this vision, and you are ready to see the Saints dominate the NFC once again, then you need to stay tuned to every single update we drop. This is not just a collection of news, it is the beginning of a new chapter in Saints history. This is the kind of move casual fans don't understand but wins championships. Hit that like button if you trust the process and comment below who you think should be our top draft target. Let's go Saints!